Well, hi there. It's very early in the morning on Saturday, February 18th. It's 12:05 a.m. We're doing a recap of Friday. And on top of that, right after we're done with this, I'm going to prepare Saturday, which is a huge college basketball day. And I haven't even checked what the hockey day is. And I will not be doing any soccer, even though we'll briefly review the Mexican soccer results from the night tonight. But the point is the college basketball is really what you'd want to be interested in. It's going to be 100 and something games long. I'm going to do an unlisted video about college basketball tomorrow with all the picks, because they're probably going to be a ton of them because it's a huge day. If you would like access to see that video before I make it public, I'm not going to make it public until probably afternoon tomorrow. So the games are going to have started if you want to not be in the inside club that gets access to it. You just need to, well, you need to pay me some amount of money. I don't care how much it is. Yeah, I always say everyone has their own budget. You need to pay me some amount of money. And if you pay me any amount of money, that's right, even down to 1 penny, if you find a way to send me 1 penny into any of the methods that you can use to pay me. If you send me anything, I will give you access to this video, which is unlisted, and I will send it to you. That's my promise to you. So I will do that video after this video, which is a recap of Friday. So for those of you interested in Saturday, that's how you get access. I'm just testing the waters to find out how many people actually legitimately care and will send me money to get this information, because it is obviously valuable when you're betting. Now, let's get into Friday. First of all, soccer, which I believe is essentially over. I'm going to double check a couple different ways on my phone because it's annoying, but I believe Cruz Azul is winning or almost has won completely against Puebla 3-1 when we thought they would lose. And this game, which we thought would be a 1-1 or 2-2 or 2-1 game, was a 0-0 game, I believe. Soccer, really, 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 really tough to predict for many reasons. So just makes me want to put soccer back on the shelf until somebody really asks for it and wants to send me some money to work on soccer. So bye-bye Mexican soccer. Let's go to things that work and things I want to talk about. Let's go to college basketball, which still has a few games finishing up. Do we know anything about these games? Actually, Air Force, I believe, has won, and I'll be able to check on my phone here in a second. But it looks like Air Force has probably won this game. And New Mexico State is destroying San Jose State, if I saw that correctly. So let me get some scores on those games for you, because it does matter. Yeah, Air Force is up 72-66 with like 16 seconds left. They're probably winning. New Mexico State is I don't have a score on them right now, actually. And the Abilene Christian Grand Canyon game, which has an injured Grand Canyon, is 42-48.5. So we just won't worry about those games for now. There are a couple games that I just don't have yet. But let's worry about everything that happened. So it's an 11-4 day. And the first thing I see here that's bad is when we look at our home teams, we only lose one game. Which one is it? It's the value pick of the day, of course. It's Ryder at -260. At least all these lines were terrible. It wasn't like anything was good. However, the underdog I said to play, which was who? It was Purdue Fort Wayne, did not win. They fought, but they did not win. And they ended up losing late completely. So, I mean, small sample day, kind of a tough day, but you can see it. Like you go 4-1 on home teams, but you lose one. Is that even profitable? Let's see. We can check right here on the right if this was a profitable. No, it wasn't. Even going 4-1, the lines are so bad on these home teams that that's not even profitable. And I hope I at least tried to reiterate that when I was discussing how bad of a day it was for picks today. And what else happens here? Fairfield beats Marist, who was injured. That was kind of predictable. Princeton beats Brown. The other one we said to play did win. But Purdue Fort Wayne lost. Quinnipiac wins. Whatever. You know what? Small choppy day. I'm not going to worry too much about it. If you want access on Saturday with a huge bunch of picks and my whole analysis, like I said, private video, send me any amount of money and I will send you the link to that video. All right. Now let's go over to hockey because hockey had an interesting day. So I was prompted to do this video right now because I was texting with a buddy of mine, a buddy I went to college with, and he's a goaltender, and he's watching these games as well and betting on them and stuff. And we were both watching this Ranger Edmonton game. And through the course of our text messaging back and forth, I essentially convinced him, I've really seen value like taking teams that the algorithm says are going to win and empirically should win based on our stats for the reasons mentioned, meaning like better goaltender in Shesterkin, that even when these teams fall down 1 goal, 2 goals, and in some rare instances like tonight, they fall down 3 goals because they went down 4-1, that when that happens, that there's value in thinking that the algorithm is going to play itself out in the long run of the game and betting this team somehow. So under that logic, when the Rangers fell behind tonight 3-0 early, I decided to bet them in a few different ways. Plus 2.5 to win at like plus 830 or something. I had one, a 350 and an 830 or something. I had them in a couple different bets at really ridiculous lines because they were down 3-0 and 4-1. Well, they come back to win in a shootout, and the shootout went extra innings, like the shootout went like to who knows how many shooters, 7 or 8 or something. And it was so much fun for me to watch this because I had already banked and cashed out enough of my bets on this game that I couldn't really lose all that much. Yet the win, if they actually won, was a huge swing in the positive direction. It was just one game, and it was a game where they fought back and won. And that was a rare occurrence with the sports betting, which I have a feeling I've not felt in a long time, which is watching one outcome and caring and be invested in that and enjoying it. Because normally I have 100 things going on and I'm monitoring like scores in every sport. At least there was no NBA tonight, right? Like I got a break from that. Basically, I've been monitoring so many of them that I almost never ever like take the time to actually sit and watch a third period of a game without a million other things going on. So this was a weird instance where it was the end of the night and it was an extended shootout and the Rangers won. And that makes me a significant winner on the night because of that one outcome. But there were so many other outcomes that were predictable. What else did we say? Did we say under in the Dallas Minnesota game? I'm such a bad sports bettor that I actually didn't make money on the under in this game. This is a game that went 2-1. You're like, wait a minute, Ken, how did you not make money on an under? And the answer is I made 3 bets. One of them was the under 6.5 for the game, which I did win. So that was the one I made before the game. So yes, I did win that one, but I lost 2 other ones. One of them was a bet for the third period, under 2.5, and they scored 3 goals in the game, so I lost. The other one, though, was a huge bet that paid 7.5 to 1, and it was that there would be under 1.5 goals in every single period of this game. And that pays 7-1 because it's rare that you get 3 periods where there's never 2 goals in a period. But with these goaltenders, I thought they had a shot. And I made it until halfway through the third period. Or more than halfway through the third period, when Dallas ended up tying it up after falling behind 1-0. So that was a heartbreaker because that was a huge payout that would have come in, and I didn't have the option to cash it out in the middle of it, unfortunately. So anyway, but the under absolutely happened in this game. The under 5.5 for sure, which was the published under, and these goaltenders showed that. Just a thing where the algorithm really predicts what's going to happen in the game. Islanders come back to win. I had the Islanders also at plus 340 at some point because I saw the algorithm doing this, and they come back to win. Now, here's a team that did not come back. There's a team that came back to win in Chicago against a team that the algorithm said to play, which was Ottawa. This was a heartbreaker because had this hit, you basically have almost a perfect day, even though Dallas loses down here. Because this was essentially these two games were the last two on the list, and it was really about the under in this game. Ottawa blows a 3-1 lead. I mean, they just blow a 3-1 lead. Like, welcome to Ottawa. So that's a bummer, and that's hockey. But basically, there were a lot of things you could take advantage of to win with. One being the Rangers at their underdog line. Two being LA crushing it and covering. Unfortunately, losing with Ottawa, which makes it difficult to be a clean winner on the day. But if you listen to the algorithm about the Islanders, you won, and you listen to the under, you won. So anyway, that's the update. I'm pressing stop, and I'm recording and updating for Saturday right after this and publishing it unlisted. You can just send me money, and you'll get access to the link before anybody else, before noon on Saturday. All right. Good luck, everyone. Hope your picks won today, and may all of your picks be winning on Saturday.